I don't have to do anything because you're not my mom.
What?
You're not my mom.
What are you talking about?
You're not my mom.
Mendeecees, please stop playing with me before I knock you out. I'm about to smack you.
Why
You sound crazy.
I don't think you take time to focus on this relationship. I think you spend so much time focused on your business and traveling, and it feels like you trying to get back for me being gone for them 4 years, and now it's time for you to enjoy life, and you start to feel like I'm a single parent. I can't do this.
Mendeecees has been caught red-handed stepping out on Yandy, despite her constant declarations of being the perfect, faithful wife. And here's the real kicker. Everyone in their circle knows that Mendeecees just can't seem to keep his wandering eyes and everything else to himself since walking out of prison. But wait, it gets even juicier. Word on the street is that he's only sticking around for the commitment, not the love. Can you believe the audacity? Poor Yandy has everyone in her corner telling her to walk away from this mess. Speaking of mess, Yandy's finally showing some backbone and giving Mendeecees a taste of his own medicine. But here's where it gets complicated. Their so-called marriage has more holes than Swiss cheese. They never even filed the proper paperwork, honey. And let's not forget that their relationship was on thin ice way before Mendeecees took his extended vacation at the Slammer. Now, let me spill some more tea about Little M's latest stunt. This child thought it would be absolutely hilarious to pull a YouTube prank by writing cheetah on Yandy's precious G-Wagon. Talk about crossing lines. And you can bet your bottom dollar that Yandy wasn't finding any humor in this situation.
So I came out.
Oh yeah, I ain't even snapped that. Hold on.
And let me show you. So I came out here ready to go bananas. You hear me? Bananas. So then, after I was ready to go bananas, this is who I see. This is who I see in the cut with this guy here. With that guy. Yes, that one. With that camera. Some things you just don't play with. So guess who's on punishment now? And guess who has to give my car a car wash inside and out, then has to work at the restaurant tomorrow. Then has to work 9 a.m. at the restaurant tomorrow. 9 a.m. Because there's some things you don't play with. You don't play YouTube or my car. So now YouTube jokes on you. Don't you ever in your life play with my car. Ever. Jokes on you. Like, who lied? Like, what? Like what?
Listen up, because this is where things get really interesting. If there's one thing we all know about Yandy, it's that she doesn't play games when it comes to her relationship. I mean, this woman has weathered more baby mama drama than a daytime soap opera, so you'd think she'd brush off these infidelity whispers like yesterday's news. But Chili, let me tell you about Little M. This boy is out here preaching about being the poster child for loyalty, riding hard for his loved ones. So when he decided to brand Yandy's car with cheetah, it felt more like a loaded message than just another silly prank. And honey, he didn't stop there. He went to town on that vehicle. Now grab your wine glass, because this backstory is everything. Yandy and Mendeecees have been playing house since 2008, and they had their little ceremony in 2015, though legally, it's about as binding as a pinky promise. But before Mendeecees took his involuntary sabbatical, Yandy was playing referee between not one, but two baby mamas. And would you believe the tea I'm about to spill? There were whispers that Mendeecees was out here making babies and dating Yandy simultaneously, and she knew about it. But Yandy just turned a blind eye, giving us major Rashida vibes when Kirk was out there collecting children like Pokemon cards. Speaking of friendships, Yandy and Rashida have become thick as thieves since their shared experiences with wayward men. But while Rashida was dealing with Kirk's frozen delights bringing home surprises, Yandy was playing mediator with Mendeecees' baby mamas while he was serving time. Now, let's be real. Yandy could have packed her bags and moonwalked right out of this situation when Mendeecees got locked up. Nobody would have blamed her. But this woman isn't exactly a saint either. She's thrown her fair share of stones while hiding her hands. When Mendeecees finally came home, Yandy was out here being a whole provider, setting him up with a job, putting a roof over his head, making sure his pockets weren't empty. But instead of showing gratitude, this man had the nerve to complain. The only thing that changed about him was his attitude toward Yandy's independence. appearance. You see, while he was away, she had to wear the pants, and baby, those pants fit her good. And here's where it gets even messier. Mendeecees started stepping out, took off that wedding band like it was burning his finger, and had the audacity to tell Yandy straight up that the love had evaporated. Whether she wanted to accept it or not, that man was done.
Even just a hint bit of he is playing in Yandy's face. That's just my opinion. I never understand doing a tit for tat when it comes to if I don't feel respected, then I'm gonna figure out a way to double disrespect you. So you're telling me that this man is just, you know, flowing through the streets of Atlanta, no ring on?
Now let me tell you why I'm Team Yandy in all this drama. This woman would rather walk barefoot through an inferno, her wigs going up in flames, than admit defeat. After years of going toe-to-toe with these baby mamas and defending her territory, she's finally realizing they've got nothing left in common. But still, she's holding on like her life depends on it.
I would want you to tell Yandy, what does respect look like to you?
I think respect is just being valued, making sure I'm seen and I'm heard, and taking my feelings into consideration.
And I love that you're very specific and allow that to be a process. Yandy's not going to do that perfectly tomorrow, but now you're sowing the seed and she's aware to do those things for you.
One thing that I also feel like is that respect should be mutual. Since we've been dealing and going through it, this guy over here decided he no longer wanted to wear his ring.
I feel like once we get to a place where this respect is restored, then we can wear the ring.
So if it was a question from Yandy about your ring, what would your answer be to her?
My concept of wearing a ring is, you know, people together as one. I'm trying to get there.
Not there yet.
But what is the part, the together part or the one part?
You had a baby 10 months behind me. You're the go behind.
It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. Just like anything that I hear about you, it doesn't matter. You have to just own up to where you are in life and what it is. That man has never claimed you. You ain't never been nothing but a slide. That man has never said you were his girlfriend to anyone.
We got matching passports with the same stamps, vacations.
Way back 2004.
I put cars, apartments in my name for him.
That's what slides do.
We have the same address legally still to this day.
No,
But
you
go
don't.
ahead. Go ahead.
No, you don't, and you never have.
Actually, I do, boo-boo. I knew Yandy was gonna be on some bullshit because she was running her mouth, as usual, so I came with my receipts. Mendeecees and I traveled the world together, had apartments together. Now tell me again how I'm the
Child, Yandy's giving us major Will Smith vibes, viewing divorce as the ultimate L. Despite all the drama, this woman still has feelings tucked away from Mendeecees. But make no mistake, she's not letting it stop her bag. She's out here traveling outside Atlanta for work, leaving him with the kids without thinking twice.
I feel like in Mendeecees, where if he builds me up too much, he'll think like I'm too big-headed, and then I'll just feel like I don't want to be with him or I'll leave.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think you're absolutely wrong, and that is not actual facts.
I could get an award from one of the top Black organizations. I can. Let me ask a simple question. But it might be like.
I never say.
But it might be like, yo, congrats on that. Versus.
Yo, what? I don't even talk like that. First of all,
exactly.
I never even talk like that. You can't humanize me. What are you talking about?
What would be better is if it was.
Yeah, all right, I'm ready for this scene to be over.
Now here's where it gets interesting. After playing lost puppy and constantly being on the move, Yandy finally snaps when Mendeecees questions her power moves. She's realizing what we all knew. She doesn't need this man for anything. The fact that she never filed those marriage papers, baby, that's called playing chess, not checkers. Even though Yandy's out here claiming loyalty and heartbreak, she's not about to let Mendeecees mess with her empire. Their whole relationship might be just for show. Love and hip-hop cameras and Grammy appearances. People are saying Little M didn't write those lines himself, and Yandy drops the devoted wife act the second those cameras stop rolling. And here's the real tea. Folks are saying this is what happens when you raise someone else's child. Yandy's getting her karma for taking care of this precious boy while his daddy was behind bars. Only time will tell, but people are warning Yandy about getting too attached to a child that isn't biologically hers. The streets are buzzing with questions. Is Little M trying to expose Yandy's alleged cheating on Mendeecees? Or is this child speaking in riddles? These streets are saying Yandy isn't the favorite, and that's the gospel truth. That's all the piping hot tea I have for today. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay messy, my friends.